All right. Hello, everybody. Should be live. Just gonna give it a minute so it comes up on YouTube. That delay is always fun.
Great.
And
delay.
yes, it always takes a second. Oh, I see an ad. I always have it in a separate screen so I know. But yeah, hi. Ashley will be joining us shortly. Thank you guys for hanging out with me for live streams.
Yeah.
No problem. I'm always down.
Right.
Get some reading done in this short month. Right?
Yeah.
We all have a lot to do. Hey, Rachel. You're early. I'm so impressed. It's awesome. Hi, Tammy. Hi, Shauna. Hello, everybody. Hope y'all are doing well. Hi, Sophie. So, what is everybody working on reading? You can put it in the comments, then we'll talk about it too. Hey, Jessica. Hi, Jen. Hello. What are you guys going to be reading?
So I'm reading The Poppy War by R.F. Kuang because Erica from the Broken Spine is just very long, and I'm like, I gotta finish this book before the live.
It's good, but it's
It's
intense.
so good.
I didn't realize the chapters were that long. Yeah. That's why I have the audiobook. I'm reading along. I'm like,
yeah, that helps.
I'm trying. I'm almost finished with Reaper at the Gates. Less than 100 pages.
Okay. You can do it. Oh man, the last book is a trip.
I have it ready and waiting.
It's good. It's good. I am going to be finishing Fevered Star.
so jealous.
I know, right?
Hey, Ashley. Yeah, it's really good. It's a lot of. I thought this was going to be a duology. It's definitely going to be a series because this is a lot of setup for whatever's coming next. So, but I have less than 100 pages left. So, yeah, I'm excited.
We're all over here just jealous. I want to get my hands on it.
I know. I'm excited. It's good. Ashley, what are you reading?
Oh, geez, what am I not reading?
I mean, look.
Listen, it's been I had a very stressful weekend. Yeah. So I've been binging comics, honestly. I finished up 5 volumes of Archie in 24 hours. Yeah, that's how it's my coping mechanism. So I do need to finish up Far Sector. Our live shows tomorrow night.
Yes.
So that's
it's so good.
That's what I'm primarily going to be focusing on tonight. But
I read that too.
Brandy. Yeah. Oh my gosh. It's so good. It's so good. It was on my list of favorite books of last year. It was one of my favorite books.
Yeah. Wasn't it a last minute ad?
Yes. It was at the end. I think I finished it December 30th.
Right at the end.
Right at the end. It slipped right into that list. It was so good though. Yeah.
Did I see Jessica in here? Jessica, I saw you talking trash.
Oh no. Pets. Oh good. That's a good one.
Oh, I've heard that one's good.
It's good. Yeah. Crave. Okay, I low-key want to read this at some point.
Hey, let's buddy read it. Because I was looking at the audiobook the other day and I was like, I'm tempted. Because we did the whole Twilight read together.
Look, I would be down. I'd be curious to see if it's because it's
maybe
it's better.
How many books is it now?
It's 4 or 5 out right now, I think.
Yeah. Is there that many?
Yeah, there are.
I keep seeing these
books.
They are, but people seem to love them, so I feel like maybe they'd be fun. Yeah. I'd be up for it. Talk to me. We can put something together. It'd be fun. Hello. Poppy War's on someone's TBR. It's good.
Oh, I need to finish the Poppy War by Sunday too.
We're on the same boat.
There you go.
It's so good.
Yes, before they're hanged.
Leave me alone. I do buddy read. I actually just finished Shamla. I just buddy read a book with who did I just finish a buddy read with? Technically, I buddy read every month with Bree. technically, for the comic club.
Right.
And then I just buddy read a book with Yanni. We just finished. What book did we just read? The Japanese Lover by Isabella Allende.
Oh.
That's the second book I've read by her this year, and they've all been so beautifully done. If you like historical fiction, she's definitely great to check out.
Rachel, The Night and Its Moon, how are you doing with it? There's so much TikTok drama right now around this author.
See, I haven't been on TikTok, so
Okay.
I was like, I don't know.
I mean, she's like apologized. I don't know. We could talk about it if people really want to. But
what happened? I missed
I have no idea.
So she's like a first-time indie self-published author. She wrote this book really quickly. The editor she hired had never been an editor before. But it's like a bisexual fantasy book. Okay. And so the thing that happened was there was a review that went up. There was a reviewer on Goodreads who gave it 2 stars and like gave constructive criticism. Like it wasn't like super hating on it. It was constructive. And 2 things happened. One is like the editor got in the Goodreads comments.
Oh no.
Not just on that review, but on other ones too. Oh, it was bad. And then also the author posted to her Instagram stories with some messiness that about it. And it turned into a whole thing. And so now Book Talk like is hating on her. She has apologized and like kind of left social media and stuff. And it's like part of it is like they've never done this before and clearly didn't know how they should respond, but it's a whole mess. But now she's getting like death threats and stuff. So it's spiraled.
Yeah, that went
yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So that's
wow.
Yeah. I mean, definitely bad Goodreads etiquette for sure.
Yeah.
But the response has been a little overkill.
A little tense.
So,
that's really intense.
Yeah.
Anyway, so there's adding right. I just can't keep adding more social media platforms. I just need it to stop.
Look, TikTok is like probably takes way more of my time than any of the other ones now.
I mean, she's so creative and stuff. Like I do it, but not on a regular basis.
Same.
I love it when I like scrolling through it all the time, and then I really enjoy creating on it sometimes. But like if I'm tired, I will just not. I'm like YouTube is what's paying me, so that is my priority.
I feel you there.
But it's fun. Okay, we got like a lot of things. Vicious, nice. Yes, Fevered Star. Yeah, it is really good, but it's different. It's like slower and there's a lot of setup, I think, for
because I'm thinking it's gonna leave off where it left us, but okay.
Yeah, it does take I don't want to say that much about it, but it's good, but it is different. It's like a different pace.
Okay.
Yeah. Nice. Hello. We got so many people. This is exciting. Short stories. Love it. I feel like I'm really behind on comments right now, probably. Yes, Ladies Guide to Celestial Mechanics. So good. I loved that. We're doing that for one of our Patreon book club books this month. Ashley, everybody's like, she can. Like you did the Twilight stuff.
I did, and I stuck with it. You
did.
I think it's like the right time of year.
Well, and I also think like it's harder for like more intense fantasy back to back, you know?
It is.
Like, which is fine. Like that's we just read different things. Fox Gambit. Oh, I want to read that.
I do too. I've heard a lot of good things about it.
Okay, someone's saying Crave is really good, and there are 5 books, 2 more coming out at the end of the year.
Oh my goodness.
That's a lot. I just want to read the first one and see how I feel.
Right?
I don't want to commit to all that yet.
Like, I don't know if I want to commit to 7 books.
No, but I want to at least like, try it. my gosh. Yes, I liked the Atlas 6 too. That's cool.
I love The City We Became.
I still got to read that.
So good.
It's
I
so good.
loved
I
it.
loved it too. I love anything N.K. Jemisin writes. So let's be real. Like, am I ever gonna hate something she comes out with? Doubtful.
Yeah. I haven't read everything she's written, but so far everything I've read, I've loved.
Yeah. I don't know if this is directed at one of us. Is somebody reading Ashes of Gold? Is this
Brandy is, right? No, Shamla is.
Okay. Hi, Jessica. I don't know if you're still on here, but if you are, hi. I'm so fine. Yes, Passing. I still need to see that movie. Have you guys seen that? Ooh. Rachel.
Oh, with the hot takes.
Woohoo. Okay. Bad Witcher fanfic. Okay.
Okay.
Always can get that from Rachel. All right. Yeah. Curse so dark and I love it though. Hello. Okay. I think I'm getting to like where we're talking about the night and its moon for people who were joining at this time. Not the the editor. Yes.
Liv, did you see me talking about Texas today?
Yes.
Oh, I saw that video. Oh my gosh. I have no words, to be honest, because
I had no words either. Now, like, I literally went into that blind, so I had no idea what I was seeing, what I was going to see. So, true, honest reaction when I was getting stupid frustrated, like, so frustrated.
I was getting frustrated with you. I'm like, oh my god.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I can't like do all these comments, guys. This is like, it's too much.
There's a lot.
Like, I can't. I'm gonna have to skip some of it. So sorry if I skipped your comment, but I'm glad everybody's reading it excited. Oh, okay. Ace of Spades. Yes. Right. That book was. I loved it too.
Liv, it's the one that I uploaded today.
Okay.
It's a 50 books Texas wants to ban.
Yeah.
Oh. I saw that, but I hadn't gotten around to watching it yet.
Why? It's wild.
I've been working like all day.
I haven't.
Like,
I haven't seen it yet either. That's good.
My work life is really taking away from my reading.
Yeah, that's fair. Rachel, this is a good heads up. I just bought a book by her because I've never read From Bell Hooks, but I need to, and this is good to know.
Yeah.
Yes. Awesome. Yes. Yay! Oh, tell me how it is. I'm excited. I have an arc of this also. It looks really good. Have you guys seen this? The art, like the cover is gorgeous. It's like a contemporary romance retelling of Much Ado About Nothing, and like the Beatrice character is like a queer Afro-Latinx girl, and it's dealing with like political. It looks really good. Like it looks like a really good retelling. I'm excited about it.
Cover.
Yeah. It's a good cover.
I don't think I've heard of it. Oh, it's pretty. Oh my god.
Right?
Oh, that's pretty.
It's a good cover. I think it's coming out in like August or something.
Oh, we got a ways.
Yeah, it's a ways. It's on Neck
pretty.
Valley. Okay, somebody finished Far Sector and loved it. Far Sector is fantastic.
Oh yeah, Shamla, good.
Yeah. That's exciting. All right.
Oh, the raging. Let me tell you.
Oh my gosh.
That list is ridiculous.
It's it's not just a list. I think for me, what got me when I was recording myself going through the list was the reasons why parents were like, we don't want this in our schools. And I was just
like, Lord.
Oh no.
It's gonna be a mess. Yeah. Yep. Hey Erica.
Hey Erica.
Awesome. All right. I'm like kind of caught up ish on the comments. Sorry if I skipped things. There were a lot. I was like, I can't do all of them.
There's so many.
So many. So maybe we should let Texas secede. Oh Lord.
Them and Florida. And Florida.
Can I just like hop back over? I'm in Florida.
Oh,
Oh, sorry.
I try.
Oh no. The thing with Texas though is it's like
Yeah.
the gerrymandering because there's actually like a lot of people who aren't conservative there. It's just that they like don't have the political power they should.
It's the way
It's a lot of it. Same as here in Florida. It depends on like what part of Florida you're in. Drive too far this way and
oh goodness.
just don't. Just turn around and go back home.
No. It's a mess.
A mess.
Yeah. I think they're just like among the worst offenders probably.
Yeah.
This is true.
It's all over the news. It's like you see parents like saying like this book shouldn't be in libraries or in schools. I don't want my kid to learn this. And
yeah, they definitely are. A lot of states are more blue than what people think.
Yeah, I think it's true.
It's the way that the lines, that's where redlining, gerrymandering, all of that. If you ever want a book to read that talks about all that, read The Color of Law.
That is on my TBR. I need to read that one.
You read that.
It'll give you the insight about how that nice, beautiful line drawing works.
Yeah.
They're redrawing lines in my county.
How are they?
Oh yeah, we know what that's all about.
Great.
Well, I think they're doing that here in Ohio too. So
I think like they're doing it a lot of places right now. Yep. Fun times. Okay, we have someone else who loved Color of Law. I really need to read it.
I need to read it too.
Looks good. Same.
Do I see like a huge group? I'm not organized.
It's good.
But I see a huge group reading The Color of Law.
Yeah, that's about right, Rachel.
Look, okay, you know what though? It's not even that. It's I'm uncomfortable having like I don't want to have uncomfortable conversations with my kid. That's really what it is, right? Like it's not even
but say that then. Like, but I'd rather you say that than try to make up.
They don't want to take responsibility.
Right.
It's just interesting to me because there is a reel where a girl was talking about how Martin Luther King was the first Black man to.
I saw that on your Instagram, and I was like, "What?
Why books don't need to be banned?" And I'm like,
first Black man to what she say to free slaves?
Yeah, to free slave in slavery.
Oh no!
Like someone should have got her and be like,
no,
get off the stage.
Someone, baby, this ain't it.
Ain't it?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
No.
I saw that on your Instagram stories and I like no lie, Brandy. Like I must have watched it 3 or 4 times because I was like, no, I'm hearing this wrong.
I know this much.
No, I'm hearing this incorrectly. Like she's not saying it, I'm hearing it wrong.
Oh, that is such a mess.
That is true.
Erica.
That is true.
Not signing me up for something else when I'm already running like 3 read-alongs this year. No, but I mean,
yeah, you have a lot.
I do a lot, yeah. I mean, I could maybe like in a few months. I can't take on anything else right now. My therapist was like, so how could you work on like not having so much on your plate? I'm like,
I don't know how to do that.
Not sure. Now, if y'all want somebody to pick it up and drop the ball, I'm your girl. Okay.
See, whereas like I won't drop the ball, I'll just have anxiety.
Oh, I'll drop the ball. Sorry, y'all didn't get to it this month.
Sorry.
And then I'll just disappear, and then it'll never come up again. How I operate.
Oh, Jessica, oh my gosh. Oh Lord. Yep. All right. Well, what do we want to do as far as like reading sprints this evening?
I don't know. I'm off tomorrow, so that's a first.
Nice.
That's exciting.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I'm never off.
Yeah, that's great.
Like during the week, I'm like, wow.
Yeah, during the week. In the middle of a week, I'm off? Absolutely not.
It's amazing.
I mean, my kids are off school all week.
That's not amazing.
I can't stand it when they're off. I'm like, nothing done.
Look, I signed up for summer camp. It's already as soon as they opened enrollment. I was like, summer camp, yes.
I've got to figure that out. I just
Yeah, I have my daughter signed up already too. So
yeah.
she likes
my
it. So
gosh.
it's like,
Yeah.
I love it so much. I was like,
Right,
I'm
you can
not there
go.
yet.
Look, I appreciate the directness because I'm very direct about it. So I bring it up and she's like, so what do you do about that? I'm like, yeah, well, say no more. Yes. Hey, Kayla.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're good. We're just still chatting. Oh man. Yeah, whereas me and my husband are like negotiating, like, okay, you take the mornings and I'll take the afternoons and we'll like
Right.
figure out how we're gonna do this week.
Yeah.
So yeah. You're welcome. I know, like all four of us have kids.
Yeah,
You said all four of us have kids? Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
we do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mine is just still in daycare.
Aw.
Yeah.
I got a 6-year-old, 4-year-old, and I got a 1-year-old.
Aw. Mine are about to be 9 and 5.
Yeah. I've got like 7.5 and 5.
Can't wait when my youngest is a little bit older and more.
Right.
It gets better.
Does it?
I mean, it does. Like it'll
Something. Yeah,
it
it
gets
does.
better. It just changes. I mean, it's always a challenge, but like
No, yeah.
My
things
daughter,
get better.
she's a Gemini, so she just
Oh,
has that attitude and that diva type of.
yeah.
I'm like, girl, who are you talking to?
Oh,
Like,
I get like eye rolls from
Mhm.
my almost 8-year-old.
like,
Oh,
you know,
good.
you're
I'm not
not
the
mother,
only
right?
one.
No, you're not.
Because definitely I get, baby girl, I need you to stop. No, you stop. And I'm like, you know what?
Mouth.
I'm just you
Mhm.
staying here. Let me walk out. Let me walk out the room. It's all it's your world, baby.
That's
It's your
so
you
funny.
do what you want. Like
Yeah.
Okay, I just like since we're talking, I have to share a story from a few days ago. So my 5-year-old, my kids are very concerned about like how people shouldn't be smoking, and we live in New York and a lot of people smoke. So we were walking home from their after school activities and there was a guy on the sidewalk who was smoking, and my 5-year-old's like you shouldn't be smoking. And he was like he was like, yeah, no, you're right, I'm gonna stop. And he was like,
Oh.
you're right, it's not good, right? And he was like, yeah, if you keep smoking you're gonna die.
Oh. You know, kids are so innocent.
No filter.
no filter.
None. None.
So eventually I was like, like maybe you don't need to tell grown-ups because like they probably know. Like sometimes they know and they still make bad choices. He was like, oh, like when I like kick my brother, because like I was like, yeah, like it's a bad choice and you do it anyway. He was like, yeah. I was like, exactly.
Right. Yeah. It's the no filter.
Yeah.
No filter.
Like,
Yep.
Like my son's at least like sweet and cuddly, and like my daughter she comes at me with that attitude, and then we can hear my husband in the background cracking up laughing. I'm like, what's so funny? He's like, that's you.
Yeah.
I'm like,
well, look, and that's the thing.
You're
It's
not
like
wrong.
I was it's true. Like I'm like I was totally that kid too. So
Yeah.
like I can't even like be mad at them with that.
Right? I'm like, you're not wrong, but
It's so funny.
it's like, I don't want to break her spirit. I just want her to be quiet for a minute and listen.
Michael asking not for a friend doesn't mean okay. This live stream.
Oh,
Look. Oh
the
my
age
gosh.
of 12, preteen
They are
and teen
hilarious.
terrifies me.
You know what? We just it's fine. I just think they're hilarious. Like
they are hilarious.
yeah.
They make me laugh at the end of the day.
Yeah. That's true. My 5-year-old asked my sister, do you eat everything?
Oh my god.
I mean, I love it.
Yes, they'll be
Yes.
great public health advocates. It's like I have to, my older one will try to like yell at people for letting their dogs pee on trees because it's bad for the environment. So I'm like, that might not be the best way to get through to them. But
That's hysterical.
yeah.
Yeah, they do.
Makes me think their future will be bright and stuff since they're so
Right.
I mean, yeah, it's like good things. It's just like
yeah. Maybe we should
like
take this approach.
yeah,
Right.
I'm like, let's think about how we could create a public health campaign that is going to be more effective than yelling to grown-ups on the sidewalk.
Right. Aw.
Oh gosh. Yep. Look.
Oh, my
yeah,
kids have done that to me. Your
it's
stomach's
fine.
so squishy. I'm like,
Yeah.
that's your fault.
I can say that, and I'm like, well, you know what? Y'all, all three of y'all did this.
That's
Okay.
what my
Mhm.
daughter looks at, like, she'll look at like my stomach, and I still have like stretch marks from having her. She's like, "What's that?"
Yeah.
I said, "I wonder where that came from." What caused that?
My kids like roll their eyes at me because like whenever things come up and we like in media they're consuming or whatever that's like at all like fat phobic, I'll be like, we don't say that because all bodies are good bodies, right?
Yeah.
They're like, yeah. I'm like, so what? All bodies are good bodies.
I love it. Yeah, my oldest has gotten interested in how the baby comes out of your stomach, and I'm like, oh,
Oh wow, haven't got
we
that
had
was
that-
a fun I'm like, I'm not ready for this,
Oh.
but we're gonna have this
We're gonna
conversation
have it. Yep.
apparently.
Look, we had a conversation about how it's like babies mix DNA from parents. And so my kid was like, so how does the DNA?
Oh no!
I will never be ready or prepared.
No,
I'm never gonna be ready to talk about that.
not at all.
Probably
I'm
try to
not.
change the subject more.
Right. I ended up having the full like C-section conversation because I had a
So
C-section with her.
Yeah.
And she's like, but you didn't with my brother. I'm like, no, I didn't. So we had this whole, I'm like, but don't go to school telling all your friends what I'm telling you. Cause like, I don't know how their parents have talked to them.
You know what?
You're going to go to school saying some words that I'm not sure they use.
I think it's fine. Like I think it's like kids can handle it. I think that's the thing. It's like parents get uncomfortable and you just have to like push past
Go
it,
through
be
it.
honest, and like the main thing is just like answer the question they asked.
Yeah.
Like because that's the thing is sometimes the question they're asking isn't the one you're scared of answering. So like answer what they actually asked. you
Yeah.
know? But yeah. It's fine. It's
Right.
I believe it.
What do you think happened?
How do you think this works? I like that.
Oh, geez. Yeah. Meanwhile, I'm like, it's like the conversation we had today was about like consent and private parts and how like kids cannot consent to this. Like, even if you say it's okay, kids can't. I was like, so what if it's a grown-up? Can the kid consent then? No. So who can? A grown-up. With another kid? No. With a grown-up. Right. What if one grown-up consents and the other one doesn't? No. I'm like, exactly. There you go.
So we didn't know.
Like otherwise, like this is yeah.
Yeah.
Go to bed.
Erica, I cannot.
Go to bed.
Speaking of,
Okay, hug.
Speaking of,
I want you to hold me.
Oh.
You're
You
so...
hold me.
No, you're supposed to be in bed. Go to bed.
Hold me.
Girl, go to bed. Night
Hold
night.
me.
Night night. Love you.
I want you to hold me like a baby again.
Okay. There you go.
Oh.
Love you too. Now go to bed.
But
So
also, yes,
relatable.
Rachel.
Lay down. Go to bed.
Definitely.
Bye. Love you. Go to bed and close the door all the way.
oh, it was sweet.
Oh God.
Oh, she's so cute.
Oh Lord.
It's, I mean, this is what it is. Look.
It is.
She's like, oh, mommy's on
Oh.
the computer. Just sneak right in.
Right.
That's cute. All right, we're at like 30 minutes. We should probably actually like read.
Or we'll end up like me, because that's going to be the next comment.
I know, right?
Or end up like Ashley's
They're like, Ashley just doesn't even do friends. They just
Exactly. Everybody loves talking trash about me, but y'all be there though.
It's true. I mean, you wonder why there's this many people here tonight. It's probably because they saw you were gonna be here.
I don't mind the chatting and stuff. So when you
Right.
pull up, I'm like, you know what? We already chatted. Might as well continue.
Right. Also, okay,
This
this is hilarious. I'm sorry.
Oh, I love that.
That is really cute.
That is cute.
I love it.
Oh no, we've got trash talking already, Ashley.
Yeah, see, I knew it was coming. It always comes. Everybody always wants to talk
You'll
trash
never
about
let
me.
that go.
I
Sorry.
know, right?
Y'all are never gonna let that go. Y'all are never gonna let me live down the fact. I fell asleep on a live like January of 2021.
Oh wow.
This is over a year later. Y'all have not let it go.
Look, sometimes you're just tired.
Bree fell asleep on one.
Exactly.
Oh yeah,
more recently.
I remember.
Yeah.
A lot of people have fallen asleep on lives. Y'all just haven't known it.
Mhm.
Actually, I did recently go to sleep on a live. I went to sleep on Izzy's live.
Oh, did you?
What was that? Izzy just had a live with her, Tamika, and I forget who else. We were all on that live, and I turned my camera off and muted myself, and I went to sleep.
So did Jess. Oh no, everybody's like falling asleep in lives. It's hilarious. See, if I get that tired, I'm like, I
I'll just
need to
end
get
it,
off.
right?
Oh no, I'm like, okay, I'm done now. I'm like drifting off.
I'm like, somebody will kick me out eventually.
At some point.
You know what?
At some point.
If I wasn't in like a desk chair when I
Yeah,
do these, I would probably be more likely to actually fall asleep.
Exactly. I was on my couch with a nice blanket and stuff. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I can
My
totally get
problem is I always want to go live when I've been drinking. Like,
that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
that makes no sense.
Mhm.
It makes no sense. Like, oh yeah, I've been drinking. Let's go live. I don't read.
Right.
It makes no sense whatsoever.
Oh my
It's like, oh yeah, I'm drunk. Let's talk to some people.
Right.
Right.
Let's go on the internet and talk.
Oh,
What?
man.
Me drinking on a live? No. It's not a regular thing now.
I mean, I do, but it's like one boozy
Yeah.
sparkling water. So I'm like, this isn't gonna do
Oh, no.
anything.
When I drink, I come with bottles.
Right.
Right.
You just don't know. That glass never. Anytime I'm on a live and I'm drinking, that glass never really technically looks like it ever goes empty because it doesn't.
I like it. We did a live with a couple friends and interviewed Nicholas Eames. And we were doing like shots beforehand.
I don't have. Listen, you know what? Let's sprint, please.
Okay.
Let's sprint. Hold on, I have to wave. I've been told to wave. If somebody's watching that text me to wave, so I'm waving. Hey.
Oh.
Oh. All right. We're gonna do like 20 minutes ish.
Yeah.
Good. Okay. Cool. Let me see how far I can get. I have like less than 100 pages left, so I really
Same.
want to.
Try it.
I want to finish it tonight. Okay, so we'll do 20 minutes. I know. Okay, I did not like prepare for having like a timer thing. I know Bree has them on her channel.
Yes.
Longer. No. We'll start with 20. We'll do 20 minutes.
We'll do 20.
We'll do more. We'll do more. It's fine. We won't just do one. Okay.
Shade. That was shade.
Yeah.
That was shade. That was shade. Because he was like, Ashley, you're gonna sprint. Yep, sprint. Sprint once. We're done. I fulfilled my requirements.
There we go.
Oh my gosh. Also, oh yes, I am. It's good. It's this is not a duology, it's gonna be a series. So there's a lot of setup for like the next book. And it's a slower burn than book 1. But it's good. Yeah. Okay. Oh, okay, good. I had multiple people asking the same question. So there you go. For people who are here at like the very beginning. Where is I was gonna try to find
Who just said
Bree's
Ashley will have
channel.
time for a cat nap? I'm not sprinting anymore. Don't anybody ask me to sprint. Don't invite me to any sprints. Look, sorry, Ashley, I don't even know you like that, and I'm already trolling you. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Join the club. Because everybody does it.
Okay. I'm working on getting a timer up.
Y'all, I promise you, I've only first of all, none of y'all would have known that I slept during Izzy's live if I didn't admit that I went to sleep during her live. I've only technically fallen asleep on my channel once. I don't drink that often on my channel.
Yeah.
You know, if I'm up on a live show for like 5 hours on a Saturday night, I'm probably drinking. That's the key.
That's fair. All right. Yes, it is. Well, I didn't think the first one was a slow burn, but apparently other people disagree, so okay. Yes, it is. Okay, this is not a duology. Like, I think it was originally pitched as that, but it's not. Also, isn't there like a way to, oh, there we go. Better. Yes. Sleep sprints. How do we feel about that?
I mean,
Rachel, whenever you down, I'm down for some sleep sprints.
right. That might be the only time I'd get some sleep.
Right. There you go.
Jamie, you might not have been, because I think a lot of people did think it was a duology, because when Black Sun came out, they were saying it was going to be a duology, but it's no longer a duology. So all right, let's sprint. We're going to do 20 minutes, and then we'll be back here. All right. How'd everyone do?
Good.
Pretty good. Chapter 9 is long though. It's like an hour. and something.
Yeah. That book is a lot.
That
It's
is a
good,
lot.
but
Mm.
yeah. Just finished homework reading. We'll do fun reading for the next sprint. Nice.
Nice.
Good. I'm not yelling there. 30 pages. Okay, nice. Good. 60 pages. Love it. 24 pages of celestial mechanics. That's a good one. 20 pages. I think I got like 26 pages. I always read a little slower when I start out doing sprints, I feel like.
Annie Up. I love Annie Up. It was one of my favorite CCJs.
Oh,
Mm.
awesome. Huh.
Mm.
How's that? Minty Home. Nice. Finished a book. Yay.
Yay.
Love it. 5. Yes, Celestial Mechanics is so good.
Kidding.
12 pages. Oh yeah. A Memory Called Empire is fantastic, but it is dense. Like it takes a while to like get in the like get a feel for it. Yeah. Awesome. Okay.
I was inspired reading in high school. with
Yeah.
Scarlet.
Yeah.
That's when I remember it from
And
too.
I couldn't stand it.
I remember finding it really boring.
I didn't like it.
I didn't like it either.
I didn't like a lot of the books we read in high school.
Yeah, like sometimes there were some good ones, but yeah. Okay. Ooh, how is that? I want to read that, actually. That's awesome. Okay. Hey, Bree.
Bree.
Hey.
How's it going? Oh, yeah. How about all of you reading? Oh, you talked about you're doing Poppy War. How's that going?
It's really good. Like I love it. I don't want to put it down.
Oh,
Like I'm at the part where, they talk about like meditation and the shamans and stuff.
Mhm.
So I find it very interesting.
the beginning of the book. I know.
Oh my
I
gosh.
know. I'm like, I don't want to say anything. But like,
No, I gotta keep reading.
I haven't started yet.
oh no,
It's,
Oh, you got till what?
it's a journey.
it is.
I have
It
to
really
submit-
is.
I'm gonna blend it though.
That's good.
I'm gonna do audio and physical.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Is it chapter 40? That's like
I
really.
think it is. It's 40.
It's around 40. That's like just
A lot.
Be prepared. It's
Really, y'all?
Okay.
It reminds
Okay.
me. It reminds me of like when I was in school reading graphic descriptions of like genocide and war crimes. It's like that,
Yeah.
but in a book.
Yeah.
21. I had to Google it. It's chapter 21.
21, really?
21.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Probably because those chapters are super long.
They are really
they
long
are
chapters.
long. I'm like, see, I'm glad I have the audio. There's no
Yeah.
way. No way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's chapter 21 that
It's rough.
I remember sitting it down. Not much bothers me, but I sat it down and like
Mm.
needed a moment.
I think I like it because in college I took I had Chinese history and stuff like that. We were learning Mandarin and stuff and Sansu. So I'm like, oh, okay, I like this.
That's awesome.
That's so cool. Yeah, I mean it's based on history, so it's it's cool.
Okay, so maybe I should start the Poppy War tomorrow.
How many books have you read this month? I know it's got to be a lot.
Huh?
Last month, you were killing it. So
Right?
Hold on. Give me a second and I'll do it. Hold on. Come back to me.
Okay.
It made me feel
I'll look
terrible
at,
about
we
my
can look at the comments.
third book of the month.
We've got a lot of people reading. Ooh, Assassin's Quest. Nice.
Ooh.
I love it. Yes. Get ready for that live ship traders read along. It's gonna be fun. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't like the scrap.
I gotta remember to write that down. Electro.
Look, I'm excited for Babel
So
too.
excited.
I've got it pre-ordered. Like,
yeah, I pre-ordered it, but then I also saw the Waterstones edition, and I'm like,
Yeah, that's the one I saw too. I was like, do I do it?
But then I like the covers in the US because it actually shows the tower.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah.
40, Brandy.
See, when can I be on your level? Like,
Right?
Okay, but yeah, okay. First of
That
all,
includes like the comics, correct?
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
You have to understand, like, it doesn't take me long to read a trade of a comic. Like, when I
Yeah.
said I binge 5 Archie comics, like 5 volumes of Archie in 24 hours, it doesn't, it doesn't really take me that long. So I'm more focused on my page count every month than the number. So my goal is hitting 10,000 every month, 10,000 pages every month.
Yeah.
So I've hit my 10,000 page goal count for February. So I really don't care what I finish and what I don't finish for the rest of the month.
Oh, gotcha.
Unless it's a buddy read and like,
oh Lord,
I need to finish that.
Right. I'm over here like I'm almost done with my third book of the month.
Listen,
right.
be
It's
proud of
okay.
that.
yeah.
I'm also not coping with life very well right now, so
I mean, some of us use reading as a coping mechanism.
it is a coping mechanism. Yeah.
Black Leopard Red Wolf is dense. Yes.
I stopped reading it. I probably need to reread it, but I just
Yeah.
couldn't get into it.
It's like, it is not for everyone because it's like literary fiction, fantasy.
Yeah.
I really liked it. Like, I think it's really good, but it's hard to read, and
I feel like I need to reread it.
I
So
bought it forever ago.
I do too. I want to do a reread before I read the second book, actually.
Well, if you ever want to do a read along with that, that might motivate me to try to finish.
I know, I've had it on my shelf forever. I'm just like, do I get to
people?
this?
It's such a polarizing book. Like, people hate it or love it.
Yeah.
I feel like I need help reading through it.
Yeah. It would be a good one. It would be a really good one for like a buddy read or something.
Buddy read.
Yeah.
Brandy, have you started the second book, or have you finished the first book in the Inheritance trilogy?
No, I haven't. I haven't even read the first book yet. Because I'm like, oh, I forgot everybody was having a read along, and then I'm back to
I also need to finish that one by. When's the live show? Saturday?
Oh my gosh! See,
I don't know what book this is referring to. Maybe Poppy War. Maybe.
Which one, Rachel?
I'm guessing Poppy War, but I don't know. It is intense. It's dark.
But a lot of it is only that one.
Yeah,
chapter
I mean,
that
well,
after that, it's like it gets there, and then that's.
But that's only for book one. Like, books 2 and 3
Yeah.
are bleak. Like, they are.
True.
They are dark. That's a lot.
They are. They darken.
Okay.
Rachel, we have to finish it by Sunday.
I love them so much, though.
Yeah, I mean, they're great, but
so much.
yeah.
I'm enjoying it. Like, I mean, I'm not to that gory place yet, but
Okay, Shamla, I'm gonna try to finish the second book. So I have 2 fantasy books that I have to finish by.
you were last minute.
Yeah, the second book in the Inheritance trilogy, which I have started that already.
Erica, see, you're the host.
And you're the host, Erica. You haven't finished Poppy War yet? No, I don't feel bad.
It's okay.
I mean, it's Saturday. You have time, right?
The Inheritance trilogy book club is on Saturday, and then the Poppy War is on Sunday.
Well, you're off tomorrow, so I mean,
yeah, I have time. I have my lunch break in the evening times. I'm already done recording for the week, so that time.
Right. Yeah. Yep. You'll be good. Yeah. It is an intense one though. Like I don't know if I would reread the Poppy War trilogy because like it's
Oh, it
it's
gets
a
that.
lot.
Okay.
It's a lot. Maybe book one. But like I don't think I would reread the other two. Like they're very good,
Yeah.
but like I can't do
Like,
that to
all
myself.
over BookTube, like people continuously talk about the Poppy War and stuff.
Mhm.
I mean
Book
they're
2 was my
they're
favorite.
yeah. I think book one is my favorite, but that is an unpopular opinion.
I love book 1, but book
yeah.
2 is my favorite.
I
of
mean
all
they're
of the 2.
amazing books.
Is it
Look,
the
but
pace?
like
Because I like book one is like an introduction into everything and Ren and
so here's the thing with book one is you're gonna hit a point where the tone and pace is gonna dramatically change
Mhm.
because a war starts.
okay.
And
I think
everything will
it's that.
be like totally different. And then
Is this
books
in book 1 or book 2?
book one.
In book 1.
Oh, okay.
Partway through book one. And then books 2 and 3.
They're just in war pretty much the entire time.
It's
So-
so intense. It's so intense.
I'm gonna need. See, all right. Let me tell y'all something. If I could just focus on one book.
Yeah.
The problem is that I buy all the books for the library.
Oh.
So then,
Mhm,
I
mhm.
hope nobody from my job is watching. If you are, don't snitch.
Oh.
Well, no one from my job could possibly be watching because I didn't tell anybody that I work with that I was going to be on here tonight. So, okay. And I didn't share it. All right. So, I buy the books on Libby.
Mhm.
So, I buy the ebooks and the e-audio books. So, when I purchase them, I may or may not know the timing in which they pop up on Libby. So, I go and I check everything out. Granted, hear me out. I do try to return things within like 24 to 48 hours. So I'm not holding the line up. But I try to get first dibs on everything because I don't like waiting on people to finish their
Why?
books.
I love
So
it.
I kind of work the system, but in working the system, I get distracted very easily. Like my books are there that I should be reading because they're buddy reads. And then I get all the new stuff. And then I'm like, so do I want to read the new stuff that I just hogged from everyone else?
Yeah.
Or should I be reading things like it is
Insider
Yeah.
I sit there and I know when to like refresh Libby, like the app for the audiobooks and the ebooks to pop up.
Look,
Oh my gosh.
I mean, take your
We do.
Yeah, I mean, you should get some perks and stuff.
Right.
Yes.
So,
100%.
Using our resources. Thank you, y'all. Y'all
Mhm.
make me feel so much better about doing that. Because I definitely am about to go do that after I get on this line.
mm-mm.
Oh, yeah. So I do that and I get distracted. So like stuff that I should be reading, I'm not. Like I know I need to read the Poppy War, but then my copy of the I don't know if y'all have heard of this one. The let me read the title right. Required reading for the disenfranchised freshman just came in.
Like Kirsten Arlie, right? Yeah.
Yes.
I
And
wanna
that just came in for me. And like I want to stop everything and read it.
Yeah.
Mara, are you really shocked?
I'm trying to read the stuff that I have on my backlist, but then there's always new releases. So it's like I'm trying to blend in new releases with stuff I already own.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
hard. Well, or
hard.
like things for review.
Let's not talk about that because as a librarian, I game that system too. So on Edivise, basically all I have to tell them is that I work in collection development and I purchase. And they're like, oh, sure.
Mhm.
We'll give you an
Please
arc of
take it.
anything that you
Mhm.
want.
Right, right.
So pretty much I go over there and the amount of arcs that are sitting over there, like waiting for me it's disgusting.
Oh.
I'm ashamed of myself.
It's all right. I mean, you're doing what they want you to do, honestly, which is
Yeah.
like be interested in a lot of books.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. And with the hopes of like, oh, she said that she might buy this.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, let's go ahead and just give it to her. She'll purchase a couple of copies for her system. That's exactly how they think.
Yeah. I mean, I also just don't feel that bad about like ebooks, you know?
I don't either.
Like,
I'm at the point now where like I would prefer to to have advanced copies of books as ebooks than physical. I'm still getting sent physical stuff,
mhm.
but if like a publisher contacts me, I'd be like, you can go ahead and send me the ebook copy. I prefer the ebook copy.
Mm.
It just maybe because of how my life is structured right now, it's actually easier for me to read an ebook than it is for me to read a physical book.
Sophie.
Exactly. But they don't, if you're a librarian, it doesn't matter how many, I could have 90 books approved and none of them reviewed, and they still won't approve me for anything that I request.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I try hard to get to like everything, but like also I don't have a problem with DNFing things I have for review, which I'm sure they don't love, but like I'll write a review about it. Although I sometimes feel bad because there are times when I will DNF a book and write a review, and then my review is the top review on Goodreads.
Oh no!
Oh no! Like, everybody's looking at it like, oh no!
I know. I'm like, sorry. Yeah.
Oh no.
I don't know. I try to like give some positives of like, here's who might still like this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, so far this year I haven't read like DNF'd anything, but I know
Oh,
you
I
have
have.
in January.
I know you have, Bethany.
We know you have.
I think I DNF'd like 3 things last month, and so far 1 thing this month. So
let me see if I've silently, because y'all know I silently DNF.
yeah. This is more like stuff where I'm actually like officially writing a review DNF.
I'm trying to think.
I want to say that's right. Let me see. I put it's on my spreadsheet, like my DNFs. Yes.
All the feels I silently DNF'd.
All the feels. Oh.
No.
Yeah, I silently DNF'd that.
Oh, I love that book so much. It's okay.
I know you. I seen that video where you realize
it's okay. I love her books, so it's fine. They're not for everyone, but I love them.
I will probably try it again in the future. It just was not. I wasn't vibing with it.
That's fair. Rachel, I try to do this too usually, so look. There is not enough time. I will DNF an arc. I will give it longer before I DNF it. Like if it's an arc, I will usually give it like 30% at least, but yeah.
Silently DNF My Lovely Wife.
Interesting.
Silently DNF'd Salon with Love.
Mara. People are so mixed on that book. I loved A Lesson in Vengeance, but like
it's on my side.
Yeah, I haven't read it yet either. I have it.
So polarizing. Like people seem to love it or hate it, but I really loved it. Thank you. I hope this is true. I try. I know sometimes that's true. Like I have seen people say like, oh, like on my DNFs, like this sounds great. I'm gonna pick it up. I'm like, oh,
right.
Thank you. I'm glad. That's fair. I think DNFing is a good practice to develop.
like DNFing.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not into it, then you can just DNF it because I mean, it's your time. You know,
Yeah,
it's valuable.
Yeah. Well, also, it's not even just the time for that book, to be honest. It's also the fact that if I'm disliking my reading experience, it could put me in a reading slump and slow me down on reading other books that I need to be reading. So it's just not, Ooh, nope, that's a no for me. I cannot. I know it's supposed to be really well written, but
I don't know if I'll ever be able to read that one, to be honest with you.
Same.
I'm not. Sorry.
I've gone back and forth about that, and I don't know if I'll ever be able to do it.
Me too, Rachel. You know what, Rachel? This doesn't surprise me. I feel like we have similar taste in that kind of a book. Like, it has some Iron Widow vibes, if you know what I mean, even though it's like a totally different genre. But I feel like I don't know.
It's on my TBR. I have to definitely read it.
Same.
It's like morally gray, angry women. Like I really enjoy that.
No. What do you mean your last DNF was a Stephanie Nicole Norris?
Harris.
Harris? Did you mean Harris or Norris?
Oh, I don't know.
Uh-oh.
Because if it was Norris, I need to know what book.
Look, you know what? Do what you need to do, Josh.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Oof.
Oh yes.
Yeah,
I keep hearing mixed things about that.
I mostly have not heard good things.
I got
know.
confused. I was like, what? It just wasn't for me.
No, it wasn't for anybody. And
Ah.
I'm sorry, that came out rather harsh. It wasn't even that, even for someone who has like Caribbean heritage.
Mm-hmm.
It still was not, it wasn't written to ease people into that. But even those who are familiar with it, the book still was not good. It was not good at all.
I think the cover is what got me.
I know. I have the Fairy Loot
Good
edition
cover.
too, and it's just like sitting on my shelf because
Oh, it's gorgeous.
so pretty.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous. It's just not a good.
It's beautiful.
Okay, which one was it though? So it was Stephanie Nicole Norris. Which book was it?
That's interesting.
Because I've read 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've read 5 or 6 of her books this month.
Oh wow.
Interesting.
Yeah, I just want to know which one it is.
Yeah. Also, Rachel, I also love Furyborn. So
I thought it was.
but I know.
I didn't
What?
like it.
I did not like Furyborn.
I haven't read it.
I love it. I feel like Rachel and I have like the same taste in this particular kind of book. It's like it's funny. Okay. Good for you. I had to learn how to do it.
Same.
Honestly. Oh, also it looks like there's somebody I need to like hold up.
Everybody seemed to struggle with Witches Steeped in Gold. What is the rating of that on Goodreads?
Oh.
Furyborn?
Of Witches Steeped in Gold.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh.
I feel like it was low the last time I checked it.
Not start.
For like a YA fantasy.
Yeah.
Well,
This is a good question.
Yeah.
3.26.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's low for
That's
YA.
yeah.
Yeah, that's extremely low.
I was so disappointed because I really wanted to love it.
I'm sure the second one will be rated higher because people who enjoyed the first one will actually
This is great.
will be looking forward to it.
You know, this is funny. I have found that there are certain reviewers who like consistently will rate low certain kinds of books that I end up loving. And so like I've learned not to like trust their ratings on certain kinds of books because I'm like, okay, I may not agree with you though.
Right.
What was it? Oh, it was Safe With Me.
Interesting.
But like I said, it was audio, so it could be the narrators.
Oh, she said the black.
Yeah, I think that going into her series. Hold on, let me find the name of the series first. The one that which is the Rose brothers and then the Valentine brothers. Those can kind of they're very formulaic and very. Once you've read one, you kind of know the structure of all of them. I like them. I think they're just the drama. If you have, I don't know if you've read her Heavy on the D books yet. Those are good. Those are really good. But I can see why you would probably, how anybody could DNF the Rose brothers or the Valentine brothers series. They're very, very formulaic, but they're easy to digest and good to binge.
Hey, Angela.
Hi, one person.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
It sounds like I need to like pick it up and try it and add it to my I think I'm gonna hate these books pile.
It is. I've
I
never
ended up with
seen.
a bunch of like, because I do like Fairy Loot and Illumicrate, and I'm always they're so hit or miss every time. I'm like, I either love them or I give them to my 16-year-old niece.
I just never. I never seen so many people universally
Yeah.
like rate a book.
Yeah.
Not even that the book like it was polarizing. Like the majority of us were like, "Nah, this didn't hit the way you thought it was gonna hit."
Oh.
Oh no, Isabella.
Isabella. I mean, are we really gonna use that as like?
I mean, you can't even like really unless you're talking unless it's Roxanne Gay, you can't even trust author reviews anymore.
I don't. I haven't read Heavy on the D. Oh yeah, you'll like Heavy on the D. Beloved and See. Have you read the Librarian
Oh no.
by Beloved? That was great. I enjoyed the Librarian. I wanted a librarian after reading that. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was universally
It
disliked.
was.
Like
Yes.
nobody liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was glad that I didn't ask for their arc. I was like, let me wait on this one. I just had a feeling, and I was like, I made the right
And I
decision.
got an arc of that one. And I was because Isabella and I were like, let's buddy read it. And we were messaging each other back and forth. I was like, sis, we gonna have it's a no. We gonna have to stop.
Oh, goodness.
Also, this was not good.
No.
Good.
I don't even know
At
if
all.
we'll ever even see a third book anyway. So
We're never gonna see a third book.
Even if we do, I don't know if I'd read it. I'm just like,
I wouldn't. I was wasting my time and money.
I don't like where it's going based on the end of book 2 either.
Like what else?
I would have to reread it.
Nope.
Nope.
Nope. Mm-mm. She did not. She gave Lauren Huff's book 5 stars. Please tell me that she did this before.
No.
Please tell me she did this before all that drama, because like, oof.
Binge reading Christina St. Jones's books. I'm liking the CCJ love in this chat, y'all.
I still need to read her.
Oh,
There's so many
she's
books.
amazing. She
No,
has such an
it's a little
extensive
overwhelming. It's like so many.
It's so many, but it's so much to choose from. Whatever subgenre you like, she has it. Because Mr. Librarian is where it was at, okay? Like,
I mean, hey.
and the twist on like why and how he was a librarian was just great.
Thank you, Abby. I am happy to know that she gave it 5 stars as an arc. I'm glad somebody knows this information.
Right?
Like, that's great. We got some good people. She is a character. I like her a lot. Her writing is fantastic also.
Right.
Okay. I mean, I will never read it, so
Right. I'll never be able to tell you.
no. But she certainly thinks it's a 5.
Yes.
I almost forgot about that drama.
Oh,
I know.
yeah. This is I mean, it still was a success. This is the thing, is it's just like, because it got so much push outside of YouTube. Like, nobody outside of like book Twitter and YouTube knew about the drama in the first place. So it was still a bestseller, even while she was like upset.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tantrums on Twitter. It was circulating well at the library. That's such a throwback.
It's niche. It is very niche. Like, like we just yeah. What? Okay.
Hmm.
I don't. Okay. Interesting. Look. Probably.
Basically,
Pretty much.
there needs to be a Bad Girls Club author. Yeah, should be.
It's always interesting, but it will put you off things. Like when I see that there are authors behaving badly, like it makes me less likely to read their book.
Mm.
So it's true.
No, half the
Right?
time people really half the time people really don't know
No.
what is. If I go to the library and be like, hey, y'all seen this stuff on Twitter, they'd be like, huh? Twitter.
Yeah.
What is yeah.
Is that what the kids are using nowadays? I thought it was TikTok
Oh, wow.
or the Snapchat.
Yeah.
I actually think I might also be blocked by her. I didn't even do anything.
You just breathe.
Yeah, I was just like, I probably liked a tweet or something.
She blocked you.
Okay, I am not blocked, at least now. So I don't know. Maybe, yeah. That's funny. That was okay. Well,
That's
you
crazy.
know it's a big deal if
Yeah.
your friends who
Right?
are on book Twitter know about it. What? Oh, okay. That's hilarious.
That is
Like
hilarious.
little did they know.
Right?
And then people be like, oh my gosh, don't y'all just read books? Why is there so much drama?
Yeah.
Like, every single time. Breathe news.
Accurate. This is accurate.
She went on a blocking like binge, man. I have never
I think
seen
she
it.
said she hired a friend to do it for her.
Delete your Twitter account, okay?
No.
Yeah.
If you have to pay someone to block other accounts for you, it's time to get rid of your social media. Like, it's time to let it go.
Right. Oh man. This is fair. I totally understand this. Like, I just don't want to know. Don't tell me. I get it. That's valid.
Because you have authors who do stuff and you're like, no.
Right?
Why did you do this?
Don't.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just, why couldn't you just close, like,
Yeah. Just don't
close
speak.
your mouth.
Say nothing. Don't say
Close
nothing.
your mouth. I felt that way when, what's her face? S.E. Hinton got on Twitter. I'm like, bruh, like, who even allowed you to have a Twitter?
I'm sorry. Say no. Sorry.
It is like a
always
terror meme.
something.
I was
We
rooting
were
for
all
you.
rooting for you.
That is so true.
Gosh. No.
Hired a friend.
Yeah, I get this.
Yeah.
Yes. But also, like, what people consider egregious varies so much.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Talk about those lists where there's no context for people who've been blocked
Right.
Yeah.
or we don't read.
Preemptive strike there. I like. Oh man. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of that going on lately. It's sad when like your author friends have to say, baby.
Right.
It's probably not a no. It depends on the snack.
What snack is this?
Like, are you baking banana bread? Maybe not. But like, yeah,
They do.
they do. But
Whether they listen is a different
Right.
story.
have a good night, Angela. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, obviously, some of them editors.
Yeah, I think about that, yeah.
But also whether they listen to their editors.
Right.
Right. It's a
because
mix.
not vodka.
Right?
Vodka's
Vodka's the snack.
I think you have time for
It's
that. Yeah.
acceptable.
Yeah.
I always go back to what's her face that wrote the Emily A. Duncan. That's it.
Oh,
Yeah.
That was
remember
okay. I
Mm,
took that one. I usually don't get super involved in author drama. Because it's always my fear that I get involved and then they're like, "Oh, I'm gonna come to your library and speak." And then I just try not to get super wrapped up into it. But I took that one personally because of the fact that she at one point was a youth services librarian. And I'm like, you made a whole fake account to bully. At that point, like, don't apologize. You got caught red-handed. You got busted.
Yeah.
Like you were jumping through hoops to create alternative identities to bully people. No, there is no I'm gonna make a notes apology and post it on Twitter and everything's gonna be okay. That's enough.
Like,
Yeah,
you went out your way to do all that for what?
Exactly.
Well, and like behind the scenes, it sounds like things were even worse. So I just don't.
Oh yeah. It was a lot more. Yeah, it's a lot more nonsense
Yeah.
going on, and I think that's pretty much done. I think
Mm.
that's all we're gonna see. That's all she wrote.
Yeah.
Actually.
I don't necessarily feel that way about all of her friends because, like, I
Yeah.
think at the time, like, all the people she was friends with kind of got lumped in as well, which
They
I'm
did.
like, I don't feel that strongly about that, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, she also
Yeah.
said that it's like a trauma response, like from based on things she talked about in her book. I don't know. It was
She also
questionable.
said, yeah, that she had been smoking some blunts.
Mm-hmm.
But
But then she doubled down. Like,
yeah.
yeah.
That was so hot.
Oh goodness. Props to you teaching ninth grade.
Ninth grade. Woo.
Look.
I don't have patience.
Yeah. Ooh, goodness. Yeah, it varies, I guess. Yes, there was that.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
I could see that being high as a kite and being like, "Oh my gosh, I got 4 stars."
Right?
Whoever
Okay.
needs to talk to her dealer, because
Tell me who did this. I need more context for this. 'Cause I don't know about this. Blamed Ambien? Who did that?
Oh my god.
Please tell us more.
Right?
Tell us more.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I missed this.
It was 4.5. You're right. But either way, let me tell you, you get high enough, I promise you.
Roseanne Barr. What?
Oh, I forgot about that.
I forgot about Roseanne.
Yeah, she did blame it on Ambien.
Oh my
She was like,
gosh,
I
I
was
was
taking
thinking about
Ambien
so
when I
long
made those
ago.
tweets.
I
Like,
don't think I heard it. Okay, I feel like I must have missed this one. What happened?
You missed the Roseanne nonsense.
I
think
forgot about
so.
I
that.
think I did too. Or maybe
think I
She
missed
got
remembering.
herself killed off her own reboot show.
She did, y'all. For raising comments. Yes.
Oh yeah.
She was out of pocket.
Yes.
See,
Bethany, you missed this?
You know what? It's probably because it wasn't book related.
It was all over. It was just all over TV. Like it was everybody was talking.
Yeah, see, this is the thing. If it was book related, I probably would have known about it.
I remember that.
Yeah, no, I think I missed that. Yikes. That's lovely.
Yep, they did.
Yeah.
I mean, this is also true. I did hear about Joe Rogan, so
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
he apologized. I'm like, okay, get out of here.
Listen, that's funny. They canceled the Roseanne reboot and revived it with her name. And she wasn't on the damn show. That's so disrespectful.
You know what?
$300. I mean,
It was
that's a normal week's
2018.
worth
Okay,
of groceries.
this also makes me feel better because I don't remember much from 2018. Like I did have very little ones, so thank
Was
you.
it that long ago?
Was it 2018?
I thought it
That
was
was
more recent than that.
2019.
I thought it was too, but I mean, my
I feel like
concept of time is like
COVID has like messed that up for everyone. So
my concept of time is it's still March 2020 right now, right? Like, this show's
essentially,
better.
yes.
Let's see, I gotta look this up because
Right? When was this?
I thought
I
it was
cannot, because
2019
this is
or
crazy. Yes,
be honest.
y'all. That is correct. That's in 2018.
Yeah.
Seriously?
I had like
Wow.
what?
It seemed not too long ago. Like,
Right?
I thought I've seen articles on this of like how people's sense of time has been messed with because of COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, in 2018, Barr responded to a thread on Twitter
God, was that
about Valerie Jarrett, a senior advisor to former President Obama. It reads, Muslim Brotherhood and Planet of the Apes had a baby.
What?
what?
I was on Ambien. Yup.
What the heck? Who
She said I made the tweet at 2 a.m. while on Ambien. So you call somebody a cross between the Muslim Brotherhood and Planet of the Apes. You did that while you were on a sedative. That's why you tweeted something like that.
That reminds me of what happened.
Like you have some larger problems then.
Yeah.
It sounds like the judge recently that said the N-word and she blamed it that she was drunk or was on something. And she was a judge. She said the N-word multiple times.
Oh my
She
God.
claimed she was talking about what? Oh, that is bad. That's really bad.
wait, y'all. The company that manufactures Ambien responded by tweeting, "Racism is not a known side effect of Sanofi medication."
I mean, that would not be the first thing I would like,
Oh, whoever is working on Ambien's social media team deserved a raise that day.
That's beautiful.
Yep, yeah, Rachel just put it, hey, racism isn't a side effect. Yep.
That's amazing.
That is hilarious.
Yeah.
Right? Like sleepwalking, maybe.
Oh, wow.
No.
That's a mess. I think I vaguely remember hearing that like she did something, but like I did not. But it was probably because it was that long ago, and I was like,
Yeah, I forgot that was that long ago though. It felt like it was like in like maybe 19, 2020, not 18. Sheesh, that was before I even had my daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Things change.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I do too.
No. I mean, I think what it is people who already are take things that lower their inhibitions. They'll say things that are already there. Like that happens, but yeah. Ooh.
Yeah.
I took something once that did that to me. It was like I think the first time, my first C-section, the first pain med they gave me.
Oh wow.
Did that to me, and then I asked them to change it. So, yeah.
Yeah, I can't give my kids melatonin. I learned that the hard way.
Really?
With my oldest, she was like 2 or 3, and I gave her like the kids gummy melatonin because this girl did not sleep.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, okay, we'll try it. No, night terrors. Just. And of course, my husband had worked nights at that point. He comes home, he's like, what's the problem? I'm like, I gave her melatonin. Like, I'm just like freaking out. And he's like, oh yeah, I can't take melatonin either. It fucks up my head. And I'm like, all these years we've been together, you ain't telling me this? Because I can take it and just, I'm going night-night.
Oh, dang. It
Yeah,
seems
my
like
husband, I have not tried it with my son because I'm like, nope, not going through that again.
Yep, Benadryl's my go-to.
Benadryl.
That's all I need.
Oh yeah, Benadryl. It's a shame.
Love Benadryl.
Yeah.
Benadryl.
Although I will say, like, you got to be careful too, especially with kids, because like too much of it
Yeah.
is like the dose. I mean, and don't give it to them to make them sleep either.
Right.
But like,
No, yeah,
but like,
no,
but
no.
like, I have kids with like
For
allergies.
myself.
Right,
Yeah.
but like I have kids with allergies,
For
so
me.
just give them the correct dosage. Otherwise, like you have to take them to the emergency room. So like,
Right.
don't
Yeah,
do
no,
that
no,
anyway.
not the baby. I'm talking about me.
I'm talking about
No,
me.
that's fair. I just feel like I need to throw this out there
Right.
because there have been cases of people like using it on children, like
Just to make them
Make them
sleep.
go to
just to
sleep?
make them sleep, and like I don't.
Oh my.
Don't do that, people.
I do have a child that loves to sleep though. Like loves.
I'm
to
kind of
sleep.
jealous. I have
My
one that
daughter
loves
loves to
it and one
sleep,
that it's
but-
like the worst thing in the world.
My son doesn't.
Yeah.
My son doesn't
She loves
either.
her sleep now. You want
Thinks
to talk
he's
about
missing something.
getting her
Mhm.
up in the morning is like getting a teenager up. One morning a couple weeks ago, I walked in the room and I was like, I'm not even nice about it, y'all. I told him to like get up. You gotta get up. You know how people be so cute, like, oh baby, time to get up. I'm like, nah, get up. Cause she don't I tried the cuteness thing, and with us it doesn't work. I'm like, get up. She looked at me, took the pillow from underneath her head and put it on top of her head and rolled over. That's why we don't do any cute frenzy like, baby girl, it's time to get up. No, get your ass up. It's
Like
time
I'll
to
tell my daughter to get up once, and if I still see her in bed, then okay, that's when I go and take all the blankets off of her. and
Yes.
get up.
Yeah. Look,
Yes,
we had just been talking about like giving children sleeping drugs.
Stop
So I
drugging your
wanted to
kids.
clarify.
I mean,
Oh my gosh. And I say this because I like one time accidentally gave my child with allergies like 2 different allergy medications, and he was fine.
no.
I had to take him
Yeah.
to the emergency room to be sure, like, and call and make sure. Anyway, I didn't take it. No, I didn't have to take him to the emergency room, but I called the doctor and they said to monitor. We had to monitor him every hour all night long, and it was a pain in the
Oh
butt.
my
So I just
gosh.
like don't do that.
Yeah.
like it's he was fine, but
No.
it's
I don't like giving my child Benadryl for that reason either, because
Mhm.
she's already a pain in the butt to wake up without Benadryl.
there you go.
And then on Benadryl, it's like having to, oh gosh. Child sleeps, y'all. My child gets
I know,
at
right?
least- and Rachel, I pay for another waste now. I do. I really do. It's one thing that works in my favor, but I pay for it in other areas. Child gets at least 10 hours of sleep a night, okay?
Mhm.
Every morning, I'm tired. I'm like, you slept for 10 hours. What you mean?
My daughter's
What do you
like,
mean?
I'm sleepy. I don't
Oh,
feel good.
goodness.
Can I stay home? Like,
Yeah.
I'm like,
girl,
if
you're
you
fine.
don't get up,
Mhm.
Mhm.
Thank you, Bree. Yes, this also.
oh yeah, yeah.
Well, okay, I don't know if I want to talk. Like this is what they suspect happened with that one like teen mom whose kid ended up like dying.
Aw.
Because she like put her in the trunk of her car while she was going out and stuff. This happened years ago, but
Huh?
like
Oh!
Oh, God.
yeah, this happened like years and years ago. But like they think that what happened is she gave like what had been used to giving her Benadryl so she could go out and like have a life because she was really young, and she did it
Sounds
and
like
probably
jail.
overdosed her. And anyway,
What?
Wow.
I can't stand when I hear stories about that. I'm like,
yeah,
God.
it like makes me like sad and
Yeah.
yeah, it's not good. Yeah, I don't remember who it was. It was a
Yeah.
notorious case from like years ago. Like it was.
It sounds
Thank you.
familiar.
It is Casey Anthony. Thank you. That was what I'm
Okay.
talking
Oh,
about.
that's why it sounds
Yeah.
familiar.
Yeah,
yeah.
Casey Anthony. That's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Cases like that was why it was really hard. Why I don't do Guardian ad litem anymore. Like, it was so emotionally rough.
Mhm.
Yeah.
As much as I loved doing it, and I'll probably do it again. Like, while my kids are still young too.
Mm.
Casey
It
Anthony's
was-
case was a mess.
The way it was
Yeah,
handled
it
was.
was.
I remember it was a whole mess.
Yeah,
but
she was found not guilty.
And
Yeah,
she
this
was
is what
doing all.
this is what they think happened. Yeah.
But she was sleeping with the lawyer, and it was
Mm-hmm. It was a mess.
it was a mess, and I'll never
Mhm.
forget that case because I was like, "What is this? What is this
What's
girl
taking so
doing?"
long for y'all to,
Yeah.
like?
Can we
It took a dark
take a
turn.
dark
Look, so when I'm working, I listen to true crime podcasts at work. Like, so I'm like terrified of anyone that comes up because I do social media, so I'm writing all day, and I just have like true crime.
Oh my gosh.
Like,
See, I
please don't
can't
pull
do
my
it ver-
headphones out because you never know what you're gonna hear.
Yeah. I can't do very much of it. Also, I love how people are like, she was sleeping with who? Wow.
Everyone,
With everyone, y'all.
all of them.
No, and not slut shaming or
No,
anything
but-
like that. Because if you could get it in where it fit in. But I was just so confused about I'm like, Casey, now, in a normal situation, if you just want to get in, whatever. But child, you on trial for murder and you sleeping with the lawyer. Did you want to sleep with the judge too? Like it was so much stuff going
Oh
on.
my
It
gosh.
was so confusing.
It was a
I was
lot.
like, what is going on?
Why would you even think about doing that at the time like that?
Like,
that was
why?
the last thing
Why? This is not the time to be
No.
free and wilding out. I'm down for a good wilding out sesh, but sis, not when you're on trial for murder.
No,
Like,
right?
that's not the time.
There's a time and place for all that.
It is a time and place, and that was not.
That's not the time. No,
No.
It's not
not
the time
it.
or the place.
No. It's not. It's not it.
Exactly. You're
Right.
yes, your child is gone.
And
Yeah.
that made her look guilty to me. I'm just
I
saying,
mean, yeah. Isabella. No.
I mean,
probably.
Listen.
I mean, maybe. I mean, because she couldn't afford a babysitter. Just like where this, yeah, it's a mess. It's bad.
mhm.
I can't do that much true crime stuff, but occasionally I'll hear things about it. No.
Oh yeah.
She did not. Oh my god.
I'm sorry. That just makes me.
That's yeah.
But there was an allegation that she told that but attorney-client privilege stepped in, but there was allegations that she actually admitted to killing her daughter. But with attorney, client privilege, no, that would have, you know what I'm saying? Of course,
Yeah.
they wouldn't have said
It
that in
can't
a
come
court.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it can't come out. But
Yeah.
I don't, if I was a lawyer, to be honest with you, I don't think I could represent somebody. I'd be like, I can't take the case. I couldn't, I wouldn't say anything because of attorney-client privilege, but I don't think I could take that case if someone said, yeah, I came and I killed my child and I need you to defend me.
Yeah, you
Mhm.
can turn down the cases. 'Cause I
I'd
I'd
worked
be
in
like,
legal
nah,
for a
bro,
long,
I
long
can't do
time.
that. I'm
That's why I
sorry.
didn't go to law school because I think I could
It was
do
so
it.
close.
I
I have
was-
a master's
I was
degree in
going- I
legal
was
studies,
going
and I
to.
worked as a paralegal.
I had a history degree and everything, and I was like, okay, I'm about to end up,
Yeah.
go to
Yeah.
law school and stuff. And I was like, no, it's not
Yeah.
for me. I don't think my mental health. I can't.
That's fair. That's
I
fair.
can't do it.
Yeah.
After working as a paralegal for years, and I worked in a lot of civil litigation, so like personal injury and car crashes and stuff.
Mhm.
And even that, I was like, this is not for me.
She needed to grieve on pain.
Also, people are saying that apparently she literally paid him by sleeping with him. So that is
Yeah,
an
I mean,
actual
I'm
thing.
not surprised. I'm not surprised. Casey
That makes me think
like,
about the lawyer. Okay.
I saw a case recently here in my state where they found a mom who, I don't know how they figured it out, but she took her baby, put it in a trash bag, and dumped it in a dumpster.
Oh.
And thank goodness somebody figured it out
Mhm.
and was able to save the baby.
Oh,
my
wow.
In situations like that, I'm like, y'all, sanctuary. I understand that.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get put in a situation where you can't take care of your child or something goes wrong, but there are ways to make sure that child is taken care of,
Yeah.
and you can kind of say, I don't want responsibility anymore, but I also am not going to try to kill my child
Right.
because I can't take care of my child. There are ways to,
I think though some mothers have that postpartum depression and they
Yeah,
probably don't
yeah.
even realize what they're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, which is part of why too. There needs to be more awareness and talking about it, because I think that's the thing too. Like, I think being a new parent is so isolating,
Very.
and it's hard. Like, it's hard even for
Very
people.
hard.
It's hard for
It
everybody.
is hard.
So
I remember
But
yeah,
no
And
one
I mean,
really asked about the mom.
no,
Everyone's, how's the
no.
baby? How's the baby?
No,
how's the
they
baby?
don't
Yeah,
ask help
Even
or
in the hospital,
any-
it's like, I just pushed him out. Like,
yeah,
and then
it's
you're
never
the,
how's mom.
And
and
I
you're
get
the
it.
only caregiver. You're the only one feeding the baby and stuff like that as you're still recovering.
yeah.
And I get that as a single mom. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? I don't have any family here. Like, literally,
Which
it is
is
me and my
that's
child.
even more so. Yeah,
Which is it is, when I say it is probably the most difficult thing that I've ever done in my life. It is the most difficult thing because whenever I have I don't have a partner to call on
right.
or a family member to call in and say, hey, I'm really stressed out, please come get my child. You know what I'm saying? I don't have that
Yeah.
luxury. So I definitely get it, but I also feel like that educational component is not there. Like, people are not, which goes back to my whole thing when I said in that video, like, so I think someone put it in the comments, like, not having sex ed in high school blows my mind, where all of this stuff
Yeah,
can be covered. That way, if someone does end up in a situation where, maybe later down the road they had children, or maybe they become a teen parent, like, they know what their options are.
Mhm.
Because
yeah,
I feel like a lot of people do stuff too out of, they panic,
Mhm.
especially
right.
teens.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
they panic.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, I think it's really hard, even for people who do have support, much less people who don't, or like people who are really young. Um, oh wow.
Yeah, some
That's
Right?
states
Yep. I'm
don't.
right there with you, Megan. Why am I not surprised about Texas?
I was about
oh
to
yeah,
Like,
right.
I'm pretty sure even in Florida you can do that because like we're not even that wild.
Texas.
Yeah.
We're not even that wild.
Yeah. So here's the thing that I think is interesting is that like pregnancy is one thing and they prepare you for pregnancy. But like my pregnancies were fine. What they don't prepare you for really is like what it's like postpartum to be like recover, and especially like I had C-section, so I'm like recovering from major abdominal surgery with complications, trying to figure out like how like and they don't tell you a lot of other things too, like that like um if you have a traumatic birth, it can make it harder to be able to breastfeed.
Yeah.
And like they just treat it as if like, oh, it's so easy, like everyone should be able to do it. But, like,
No, it's not. It's
No.
never that easy.
Never.
It's really complicated, and then you get mad at yourself thinking it's you, and you're not
right.
able to feed your
Because
child.
there's so much pressure put on moms that you have to do everything perfectly, and there's
Exactly.
one right way to do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then there's like components of like if you don't have a job that has paid leave and stuff like that, you're also thinking about bills and how you don't really have that time of just connecting with your child and having those months just connecting, and it's just a mess.
My childbirth was traumatizing.
Same.
Extremely like, it was traumatizing to the point where I do not want to have another kid. If I meet someone down the road, and that's going to have to be a very, very serious conversation, because it was not pleasant for me at all. And I was not able to breastfeed at all. And I think that it's good that people are like, women should be able to breastfeed in public. It should be, like, everybody should be more accepting. But like, also, like, a lot of us can't do it. Like, it's just like my daughter could not latch at all. Like, she just could not latch. And because I was so pressed about having her breastfeed, like, she ended up losing weight.
Yeah.
So when I took her to the doctor, they were like, oh no, like, we have to put her on formula because she's losing weight. And that's a problem. Yeah.
I think people don't talk about it, like, it makes it seem like it's just super easy and natural, and, like, with my first one, I had a very traumatic birth, and, same, like, couldn't latch, and I think
Mhm.
part of it was the trauma. I ended up, like, exclusively pumping for a long
Ooh.
time, which was so
Yeah.
much extra work,
It
and then
is.
with my second kid, like, they had, like, a whole, like, sort of therapy thing for people having repeat C-sections that I went to that
Mhm.
was really helpful for me, and, like, so my second experience was really good, thankfully, but then what I discovered too, because like look, I get so annoyed too, the like breastfeeding purists, like number one, formula is fine. Like if that's
Mhm.
what works for your kid, great, do it. But also, like like people don't talk about as an option nipple shields, which make it
Oh, that
real like
saved my,
so much
like,
easier,
everything.
Mhm.
like to get a baby to be able to latch.
Relax.
So
Mhm.
with my second, I tried that and it was funny because the lactation consultant was like, well, don't use it as a crutch. And I'm like, look, it is
I'm
working. I am sticking with it. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I'm like, there's no like perfect way to do, I don't know.
My daughter didn't latch, and I thought I was failing her, but I don't know. When I had
No.
my sons, I don't know what happened. I feel like since my body was going through all those changes, I was able to breastfeed them both my
Mm.
sons. But
Yeah.
my daughter's was the most traumatic to me, especially being in the hospital. And I told them that I was, like the baby was coming, and they didn't believe me.
Oh
And the
my
nurse
god.
kept leaving the room. It was just crazy.
Yeah. This is true.
Yeah.
Oh, I did not even know about this. There's a
Yeah, it
formula
is.
recall. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a lot of I've seen a lot of it on
Gosh.
Facebook and stuff where it's like a lot of back and forth about the formula recall, but at the end of the day, it's just kind of like,
Yeah.
I I don't think a woman should be shamed. A fed baby is the best
Mhm.
way.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As long as that baby is fed and is healthy, like that's what's most important. But like trying to push a mother in either direction already coming off like that hormonal, like nobody can prepare you for that
Yeah.
until you go
Yeah.
through it. That hormonal like drop
Yeah.
after having your baby where your body is trying to level itself back out
Yeah.
is like it was the most emotionally like trying time that I had in a very long, like I had never, I mean, literally angry for no reason, low for no
Oh
reason.
god.
Like I
Yeah.
just felt,
Yeah.
I'm like I can't even go outside. Like it just, oh man, it was just
Mhm.
awful. It was awful.
Yeah. But it's, like, normal, and this is why, like, because I think I've told people too who are having their first kid, I'm like, "Look, just survive the first 6 weeks.
Yeah.
It
Mhm.
gets better." Like, I barely
Right?
remember,
It's
like,
feel like those 6 weeks take forever.
Don't
especially
they
with
feel
the
like it
first.
takes
It's
forever?
Yeah, but
forever.
especially with the first baby, I do feel like once you kinda know what you're doing, it is easier, but I'm
Mm-mm.
done also with 2,
I'm
like, I'm
so done.
good. I'm
Well,
But
so
I did
good.
find my
I'm done with
second a lot
foster
easier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although
Well,
then my second, what got hard is he ended up having, like, severe allergies and stuff,
Mm,
so, like, that was a
Mhm.
whole other like, I was stressed for other reasons.
yeah.
mhm.
I
But yeah,
struggled
but in
more with my first, for sure, and then she ended up, after a few weeks, we found out she had hip dysplasia. So
oh,
she
wow.
Mhm.
was in a
Yeah.
Pavlik
Oh
harness for, like,
yeah.
6 months. So I never
Yeah.
got, like, the squishy, like, baby because she
Oh, the
was in
baby.
this, like,
Yeah.
full harness, legs up, like,
Mhm.
just hard. And I'm like, I
Hard.
just it's not and, like, baby
Yeah.
wearing was not an option because she's in this big thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I get that, Mallory.
Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I get that. I
Mhm.
definitely
I
get
think
that.
I think there are people who can work with you on it, and the other thing too is it's like, I really don't like even I don't know, you do some of the research and like if you wanted if breastfeeding is a thing that works for you at all, like I think they say the first like 3 or 4 months of it is like the most important. I don't know, like a year is a lot. If people do what works for them, but it's just
I did a year with my oldest son,
it's huge.
and he bit me, and I'm like, oh, yep, that's it.
Time to go. Nope,
Mm,
that's it.
That was it.
nope.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
always tell people, like, it's nice, don't get me wrong, like, there are pros and cons, I think, to
Yeah.
to having a partner and not having a partner, My pros of not having a partner is, guess what I say goes.
Mhm.
There's no compromising. Like, I don't have
I
to
like
work
that.
with another human on what my child is and isn't, is not going to do. But the con of that is, like, when my child, when she sliced her finger open trying to help me out. I dropped a can and she was trying to help, and she stuck her finger in the can and sliced her finger open. In a situation like that, she's bleeding, right? I can't, there's nobody to drive us to the hospital.
Mhm.
She
Yeah.
would get stitches. So I have to call EMS to wrap the
Right.
finger properly
Oh,
so then
yeah.
I can drive her to the hospital. So
Yeah.
in the situation, but I think that for me personally, it's made me a stronger person, and it's challenged me and made me realize, like, I think on my feet a lot more than, but I think that's with any parent. You think on your feet a lot more than what you think you can. Like, when you get in those tough situations, you'll be like, I wouldn't know what to do. But when
Yeah.
you know what to do when it happens,
You know what to do.
you know what to do. You go straight into action. It's that
It's true.
adrenaline rush where it's like,
Mhm.
I know what to do. Because when that happened to her, I told my mom, I said, I had no idea that I knew to call. All right, I'm calling the EMS to come wrap the finger and I'll drive her to the hospital. And, like, just kept going. But when I got home that night, I crashed.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I crashed after
Yeah.
that. Yeah, I crashed after that. Yeah.
It's like that adrenaline of, like, in the
Yeah.
moment, but yeah, it's
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
Look,
wow.
I mean,
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
switch makes
Yeah.
sense. I mean, and that's the thing. It's like you have perfectly healthy kids. I don't know. I think it tends to be overblown.
Mm-hmm.
With my youngest, I had to switch to formula when he was like
Mhm.
a few months old because of his allergies, actually.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
yeah.
That makes it
I
hard
do
for you
too,
to eat
Brie.
anything.
Well, yeah, he had like really severe eczema, which is why we knew he had food allergies. So we switched to like a hypoallergenic formula, and like he was fine. So, it was- yep.
Oh.
You know what?
Aw.
Just
Yeah.
it's gonna be okay. You
Yeah.
do what works for you. Have a
Mhm.
support system. Take care of yourself and be gentle with yourself because it's a big change. But like,
It
don't feel
is.
like things have to be perfect.
Oh,
They
yeah.
never will be.
No,
They never will be.
They never will be.
Never will be
no.
perfect.
It's like what works for you, for your
Yeah.
family, to make sure your kid is as taken care of as they can be. But like,
Mhm.
It's trial by fire.
it
Yeah.
really
It
is.
really is. Some days are like, you feel like, oh, this
On
was
top of the
great.
world.
Yes.
This was great.
Yes.
Like, I
You have
got
some
this.
days
This was
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
like,
This
And the
is
next day comes
awesome.
around.
you'll be like, I'm ready. I'm done. Today's got to end. Like, today's
Right?
just, we're not having a good day
Yeah.
today. And
Like,
Over
we're
it.
gonna do bedtime a few minutes early because
Yeah.
We're gonna
I'm
set the
done.
clocks back. Like,
Yeah, like, I just feel like, too, I think one of the most difficult things, and I've had to tell people this too, I have a friend that was struggling with some stuff, and I had to explain to her that when you see stuff too, because social media doesn't help. Social media, I think, creates such a facade, and it's not saying that you shouldn't share those happy moments
Mhm.
with people that you celebrate with your children. But the reality of the situation is that as parents, we are not going to share the time when we
Mm-mm.
take our kids out and they fall out in the middle of the aisle,
Mhm.
or when our kids are throwing stuff at us, or when they're screaming, no, I'm not doing it, or
Yep.
when they throw stuff all over the room, or they refuse to go out for a nap, or they refuse to eat this, or they refuse to do that. Like,
Yep.
we don't share those difficult moments. So a lot of times in sharing those happy moments, it's also not reality. You're only getting a fraction of the picture. You're getting those good glimpses of, oh, this was a good moment.
Yeah.
But for those good moments, you also have 10 moments that are challenging.
Mhm.
And the reality of it is that it's not always perfect. I think it's always rewarding for
Yeah.
me.
Mhm.
But I tell you, I tell adults now, I don't have patience for you. You're grown. You can wipe your behind. Okay. You can take care of yourself. I
Mhm.
reserve no patience for you. Every lick of patience that I have is reserved for that 2-year-old. Because if I don't, I will go crazy.
Oh yeah.
And I'm guilty of it too, because a lot of people will see me share stuff like on Insta or Twitter or whatever. And they're like, oh, she's so cute. She is a terror and I love her to death. But she terrorizes me. But you never see that stuff. It's
Yeah.
it's the glamour and the glitz without the There's nights when I have cried, like, what am I doing?
Oh yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know what I'm doing. I have no idea how to raise this human, and it's been stressful, but you don't get to see that because that's not
Right.
what social media. We don't share that
You
stuff
don't.
openly on social
Right.
media. Yeah.
I feel that because like the amount of times I have like called my mom or my husband and been like, why am I bad at this? Why am I failing? Like, obviously I'm doing something wrong because, you know, whatever, because she's got bad grade or like anything. Like she's
Mhm.
acting out. What am I doing wrong?
Yeah.
Like recently we got a dyslexia diagnosis. And like it was so relieving
Mhm.
to
Mhm.
know that it wasn't, because you'll hear stuff from everyone has an opinion, right? Why can't she learn to read well? Like, why isn't she she's not trying hard enough, or she's not, you know, working hard, or you need to be stricter on her, you need to do this, you need to do that, you need to do this, you need to do that. And finally it's like, no, I have a reason. She has a reason. It's not that she's not trying. Like when your
Yep.
kid comes to you crying saying she's obviously stupid, and I'm like, no, like that is not what it is. We're gonna figure this out. Like,
Yeah.
Yep.
and then you cry in a corner, like you're strong for them, and then you're like there in bed and you're like crying in a corner with a bottle of wine.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing is it's like, you know, kids don't come with a manual, and they're all different, and they're all people.
Mhm.
And so, I mean, I think that's the thing too, is like, like I don't know. Like I think sometimes people approach parenting as if like there's going to be a one size fits all like sort of solution, and there just
Mhm.
isn't, because it's like our kids are they're little people who are still developing their
Mhm.
brains and their bodies. And, you know, they're going to respond to things differently. And you have to learn that. Like, you have to get to know your kids and figure out, like, okay, what do you need in this moment? Like, you're doing this thing that is really frustrating for me, but like, can I take a step back and see, okay, like, what is going on? Do you need time with me? Do you need like space? Like what, you know? But it's like it's constant, you know, and they're not self-aware enough usually to be able to tell you
Mhm.
what they need. You have to
No.
figure it out
Yeah.
oh
for them.
yeah.
Guessing
And that's why
game.
I'm a big proponent for therapy for children.
I am too.
My daughter starts
I
on
am.
Thursday. We finally got in, and I'm like,
I am too. Like I
oh
am as soon. Like I told him, I'm like because sometimes it's just easier to work those things out when it's not going to be with me.
yeah,
It's not going to be with mom. No matter how good of a relationship I
mhm.
establish with her, you know, because it's just me and my daughter, I feel like we already the way we interact with each other. It was funny. We went to UPS the other day, and like this guy was like, he was like, "Dang, you can't tell where one of y'all starts and the other ends." I said, "No, that's just how we are together because that's all we have is each other, and that's all we know is each other." But even with that closeness and that bond that we have, there's going to be moments where she's going to need someone that's not me to talk to and work things out with. It's like I can't work this out with my mother. Like I can't deal with
Yeah,
this situation with my mother. My mother is not the answer. It sucks that I won't be the answer, but I know that
right.
you know. So I am too. I agree.
Oh.
As soon as you get
Therapy
home,
for children.
you gonna go talk to the therapist, baby, because I can't.
Right. Well, and it's even like you notice like a small thing. Like for me, like with my daughter's big lately, her thing has been like hoarding food and binging. And I'm
Mhm,
like, nope, nipping this in the bud because I've been there, done that
Mhm,
personally.
mhm.
mhm.
And everyone's like, oh, just be stricter on her. Or just, I'm like, that don't work. Trust me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Trust me, been there, done that. All the things.
yeah,
She needs someone to talk to that's not me. Like, even
yeah.
though I've been there, done that, I know exactly what she's going through in my head, but I'm like, she is 8, almost 9. Like,
Mhm,
she needs someone that knows how to, for one, work with children
mhm.
and knows what they're doing and not just being like, well, just stop doing
Right.
the bad thing. Like,
Of course I will. Have a good night.
Good night. Mhm.
Yeah. I think it's true. Like I think it's good to talk about like some of the like the messiness of it. And then there are those moments where I feel like maybe I'm doing something right. Like, you
yeah,
know, where it's like
I love
something
those
comes out of
moments.
their mouth or they do something that I'm just like, "Oh, maybe I'm doing something
Yeah.
right.
I love those moments.
Yeah.
Those are the best.
Yeah. They're good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Parenting's
Yeah.
hard,
Well,
man.
and I think, I think you try, I don't know, it's hard because like I know we do a lot of things very differently from my parents, and like also part of it is we're figuring out as we go, because like also our ideology is so different from what my husband and I both grew up with, and
Mhm.
so it's like figuring out how are we going to talk to our kids about stuff that were handled really differently than how we want to handle things.
I'm right there with you
Yeah.
on that. We've talked about that. That's a hard one.
Mhm.
It's like we all sort of like do the best we can.
Yeah. I know mine struggle with the fact that my husband and I both work, and he's a business owner, I work a full-time job, and like my daughter literally was like, "We never do anything as a family." I'm like, "We literally just got home from SeaWorld yesterday. What as a family, all four of us. What do you mean we don't do anything as a family?" Well, like, oh, please explain to me what you mean. Because like you still smell like beach water or like whatever. Like,
Yeah.
what do you
Yeah.
mean we don't do anything?
Yeah. This is Michael, I think this is huge. Yeah. Like the
Mhm.
unconditional love thing.
Yeah, Michael, I'm the same way too.
Yeah.
I grew up in a household where that was not always unconditional love was not always apparent
Mhm.
Mhm.
in the household. And not it's very cyclical, to be honest. It was because there was not unconditional love that was present in my mother's household. So
Yeah.
it became this pattern. And one thing I always said is that, I can get everything else wrong, but I
But
never want my daughter to
Mhm.
question whether she is loved.
Yeah.
And if that's the one thing that I get right, then I will be satisfied as a parent,
Mhm.
because I know how much that affected and changed me as a child, and how it still
Yeah.
causes issues for me right now as an adult in my interpersonal relationships, whether that's platonic, friendship, romantic. It causes issues.
Yeah.
That's
So
that's how my
yeah,
mom was. She lived in
yeah,
an abusive household, the oldest
yes,
of four,
yeah,
and she was like that towards me and my sister, and she didn't know how to express love towards us. She felt like buying things was the key, and it
Mm.
wasn't. And I mean, I went through a phase where, well, not a phase, I went through depression at one point in life. And I told myself, I promised myself I would never do this to my kids. Like,
yeah.
Mhm.
And breaking that cycle.
even though like sometimes like my mom almost tries to come out, but I try to catch
Mhm.
myself.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, I can have those moments now. And there's been a couple moments where I've had to catch myself like, hey, ease up, ease up.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
you have to remind yourself, like, this is what you've been taught, this is what you've seen in the household, but it doesn't make it right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And that fear is not what you want. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never
Yeah.
want my child to be to be afraid of me.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
I want there to be respect, but respect and fear are two different things.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I grew up with a lot of fear, and not respect, but fear,
Mhm.
and lack of unconditional love. And it's caused, oh my gosh, y'all, so many issues. But hopefully, like you, Brandy, like breaking that generational,
Yeah.
it's that generational cycle of that goes on. I feel like that's very prominent to Black families. We have a very interesting way of how disciplinary and stuff like that, and we laugh about it, but it's not really funny.
Yeah.
Like, hey, your mama used to tear you behind up with that. We laugh about
Yeah.
stuff like that,
Yeah.
but it's just it's
Mhm.
traumatizing.
It's really
Mhm.
traumatizing, like especially when you have like something, you see something and it's like a trigger for you. Like
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's like, okay, how can I like not react to this?
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
my mom still has her moments. I love my mom. I will always love my mom, but she has her moments.
Mhm.
And it's like, okay, like sometimes I wonder, like, when she's watching my kids, I hope she's not doing what she did to me. I always think like that, like, Lord, please.
We're the same person. We're
See, I
the
feel like
same
that, but more
person.
about my dad. Like because they divorced when I was real young.
Yeah.
And like finding out things that my dad said and did as I got older and could understand, like I was like, what? He did what? He said what? Like just like and then like having like remembering those memories is like,
Yeah.
what? And then I was like, how could y'all be married? Y'all are two
Like, that's
whole
always
different
in the
Yeah.
back of
worlds.
my head, but it's crazy because my mom with my kids, she's like a whole different person.
Yeah.
So maybe it's because she's older.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, my parents, like, we knew they loved us, but also I think they just, but we did have like spanking and stuff, and like that's
Mhm.
not a thing we do.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's very different.
Very.
And I mean, sometimes it's harder, like it's, because it's more work to like have conversations
Yeah.
about
No, it
things all the
is.
time. Like it takes a lot of time and energy and stuff, but also like I don't know.
I think
Especially when
It's
you were
better.
raised where that is the answer, where
Exactly.
spanking is the
Yeah.
answer.
Right.
And then you have the older generation of your family being like, well, obviously your kid is acting out because they just need a good old ass whooping. I'm like,
Or
no,
they're just
Dad.
acting out because it's like where they're at developmentally and
Yeah.
yeah.
they're
Like,
tired and
think-
hungry.
think
Like,
that-
I mean,
Usually
like
they're
how,
hungry.
like usually they're
Yeah.
hungry and tired,
Throw snacks.
or like
Snacks all in the
yeah,
purse.
or like had a hard day at school, or like like I mean that's the thing is it's like we do that. I think that's the thing that bugs me is when people expect children to be like perfect. Like
And that's-
grown-ups have a bad day or are tired and hungry and we get cranky and like we're not in a good mood. Like kids are the same.
Yeah.
And they have less control
Mhm.
of it.
Mhm.
Right. Look, I know how I am when I get hungry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get hangry.
Mhm.
Yeah. They do too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oof. Yeah, that's a lot. Yeah, I mean, thankfully, like I'm not too worried about like my parents and my in-laws have been pretty good and respectful about stuff, but like
Mhm.
I mean, but like and respecting like that we
Yeah.
are doing some things differently,
Yeah.
My dad's changed a lot since like I was a kid to like now.
Yeah.
And it's like just seeing that and it's like, you weren't like that when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Look.
Look.
Same. I mean,
Mhm.
Oh,
Mm,
I was always in the front pew. We went to first service and second service.
mhm.
child, we went to one where women were not allowed to wear pants,
Oh, yep.
Uh-huh.
Allowed to wear pants. Yeah.
Mhm.
no piercings.
Mhm.
I was told that a woman preaching is like eating
Oh
chewed up
no,
bread.
never.
Oh no.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
I
Never.
remember when one of the girls, her mom was active in the church. She got her PhD in mathematics, and they had this big banquet for her. And it's amazing because I was so young, but I still remember how striking it was to hear a man say this. He said, it's nice that you went and got this degree, but don't you feel like now it's time to fulfill your womanly duties?
Oh God.
And I'll never forget
Yeah.
that. I'll never forget that as long as I live.
I've been told that.
Yeah.
And not the same words, but I was told like literally I had as a kid, the college, go to college, go to college, go to college.
Mhm.
Got a master's degree. Had my kids during my my undergrad. I had one, and my master's degree I had the second. And then it's like, okay, so I'm planning, where I'm going to do back to work. I'm working on my resume. My son's a couple months old. Well, why the heck would you have kids if you're just going to have someone else raise them? I looked at my stepmom and was like, aren't you the one that told me to go to college my whole life? Well, yeah, but you have kids. Like, shouldn't you be home raising them?
Also, you know what? It drives me
What?
nuts
Like-
too because it's like, even if you work, you are still raising your kids. Like nobody says that to
Right.
dads. Nobody says like, why are you going to work instead of raising your kids? Like they're still raising their kids. Like it's ridiculous. Because also
is.
like, yeah.
My husband doesn't get half the crap. My husband can take the kids to the grocery store by himself. and it's like they praise him.
Right.
And
Like,
I mean,
dad
he's
of
just
the
like,
year.
I don't
For, like,
understand. He's
doing
like,
for
all I
going
did
on
was
an errand. Which
literally,
is,
he's like, all I did was take him to the grocery store, and like, I don't understand this. Like,
look.
Okay.
look, sir, I don't know either.
Yeah, I just think it's ridiculous. Like, it's obviously like very rooted in the misogyny. And
Yeah.
the other thing too is like it's good for kids to like bond with other safe adults in their life. But like what is a problem is if both parents are working all the time and are uninvolved and and that happens. Like,
it does.
I live in a place where I've seen that happen, like where they literally do leave the raising of their children to other people. But like, just because you've like, often that's not the case.
Right. It was so awkward because I came from two completely different. Fulfill your womanly duty. Yeah. Love it.
Oh man. Okay, The Will to Change by Bell Hooks. I'll have to pick
Yeah,
that up.
I'm definitely.
That sounds good. Sounds good.
Because it's very strange because like I came from living with my mom and like my mom's home and my dad's home were two completely different atmospheres. Like my dad was the real strict religious like army dad, like he was military, and then my mom was like the dirty hippie, like playing guitar and like just his polar opposite. And I'm like, how were y'all married for 20 years? I want to know this.
Yeah, like my mom, like,
no idea.
was very religious, but then when I got to a certain age, I started questioning certain things. I'm like, well, if this is this way, why do you act like this towards me right after we leave church every Sunday? Like, don't be so mean, like right after we leave church. And like she would even like abuse me mentally. And it's just like, I don't know, like it like the church and stuff, like it's very questionable on a lot of levels, to be honest with you.
That's hard.
Yeah, that's hard. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like there's always just like so much to unpack as an adult and trying to raise your kids. And
once I got a
do the best
certain
you
age,
can.
left church. Started doing my own research.
Right.
Okay, so it's like 11:30. I said we would do more than one sprint. Y'all want to do one more like 20-minute sprint?
All right. I'm probably gonna have to bounce. I do have to work in the morning, unfortunately. They make me go into meetings on Wednesdays, and I'm like, why? This could be an email.
I have like 20 minutes in me. I could do it, but then like
I can do 20 minutes.
Yeah, I can do another 20 minutes.
Right,
I'm gonna have to bounce.
No worries. Thanks for hanging out, Justin. This was fun.
Have to go to this meeting in the morning that could really be an email.
Always. It always
could be an email.
It can always be an email.
Here's my report. This is what we did for the month. Y'all need me to talk about it? You read it.
I was in a meeting on Friday for like 4 hours, and I'm like, you know, this is why I can't really do my job.
Right.
This is
why I've had 5 interviews this week. I just knew we weren't gonna. Look,
I said I would do
really
more than
good
one.
conversation.
We've had good conversation.
We have.
Don't let me rub off on you.
Reading sprints out of this. So
don't let me rub off on you. They'll stop coming for sprints and just come for the conversation.
You know they love the conversation.
You out.
Everybody loves a nice conversation.
Right, we love the conversation.
It's good. Put your Kindle up and everything. It says plural sprints in the title. I said earlier we'd do another one. Okay.
All right, y'all. It's been fun.
It has.
Right. I skipped a work meeting this past week for an interview.
for another job. That's clutch.
Look.
All right. I love it.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye. Have a good night, Jesse.
You too.
All right, guys. We're going to do 20 minutes and then we'll probably mostly call it a night because I feel like I'm not going to last much longer than that.
Yeah.
But, okay. Pull this back out. And, yeah. There we go.
I did pretty good. I ate some food and then I read a little bit. late night snack.
That sounds good. I'll do that after this probably. Yeah. I think like I'm right near the end of the book, so like some big stuff's happening. Very interesting. 10 pages. Nice. Ashley.
I listened to Closer to Nowhere by Ellen Hopkins. It's her debut middle grade. I think it came out. I don't think did it come out last year or 2020. It came out either last year or 2020. I feel like more last year. It's about these cousins who are living together. The boy moves in to her house, and he comes from a very troubled background. Their mothers were twin sisters. His mother passed away, and he had an abusive father. So he acts out in different ways as a means to kind of cope with that. And she doesn't understand. So it's interesting because it's from alternating perspectives, but she can't understand why he behaves the way that he behaves.
Yeah.
And then you get to see from his perspective where he's like, I'm trying so hard, but I just can't get it right. So it's kind of one of those stories where they realize they're more alike than different. So I take Ellen Hopkins in stride. Like she's always very like, let me punch you in the gut and then walk away. So
yeah, I've only tried reading one book by her, and I ended up DNFing it because it had some stuff that I was just like, I can't.
yeah.
But yeah. Nice, almost done. Finished an essay. Skin of the Sea.
That one was really good, right?
Yeah, I love Skin of the Sea.
I haven't read it, but I've been hearing some good things about it, so nice. Dozed off for 5 minutes and did too. Like, okay, good. Yeah, that's fair. Cool. Well, yeah, I kind of want to like finish this because I have like 40 pages left. So
when does that book come out? I forget.
Next month, I think.
Oh,
Is that right? March? Unless it got pushed. Oh no. I'm wrong. April.
April. Okay.
Yeah.
Hopefully it doesn't get pushed back.
Yeah. Yep. Comes out in April. So, but so far, yeah, it's interesting.
Is that a good interesting?
Yeah, no, it's good. I just like I'm at a part where like some things are about to happen.
Okay.
Or yeah. Anyway, yeah. So curious to see what's gonna happen. So yeah, it's good. All right, guys. It is almost midnight where I'm at, so
Yeah.
I think that is
Call it a night.
so far with 40 pages left. No, it's okay. Here's the thing, and I know I said this earlier, but there's a lot of setup for book 3 in this, if that makes sense. So I'm like it's doing interesting things, but it's a lot of like, okay, so where is it going to leave everybody in places for what's coming, if that makes sense.
Okay.
I don't know. Yeah.
I'm really interested in reading it because I love Serapio and
Yeah. It's good. It's not always happy.
Oh, okay.
But it's good. Kind of. I mean, it's still like a good book. It's not like that, but it's definitely moving the pieces a lot. So, yeah. Okay. Well, thank you everybody for joining us. I hope you have a great night, and we'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye.